Our full program, it's being screened online from September the 22nd to the 28th. And we also have our new media exhibition. It's available online or in person. It's at Grandison Lab in Belmont. You can either catch it today or you can catch it tomorrow. And then that's it. Feel free to comment and ask any questions on our social media, and we'll try to answer them during the session. And of course, don't forget, you can check out all of the films at watch.eventive.org/TTFF21. We'd also like to thank all our TTFF21 sponsors and partners. NGC is our signature sponsor this year, so big up NGC. And we have leading sponsorship from Shell Trinidad and Tobago and also from Republic Bank Limited. And we also have contributing and supporting sponsorship from NLCB and the Sport and Culture Fund. And this evening, today, I have with me Medhin Tewolde Serrano, correcto? Cerca? Close. She's director of the documentary NEGRA. It's about 5 Afro-descendant women from southern Mexico and them dealing with issues of racism, self-acceptance, and identity. Medhin, good evening. Buenas tardes.
Gracias, hola, gracias. Hello, everyone. Thank you I'm very excited and also very nervous because I don't speak too much English. So I'm trying my best. And thank you so much for inviting our movie, and thank you for inviting me in this space.
It's our honor to have you, and we'll get you this juntos together. We'll get you.
Yeah.
All right. So I watched the film. Very good, very well done. I saw your story, Swiss Storia, is part of the film. How was that emotionally for you, doing the film and being a part of it?
Oh, that was so difficult. That was. I studied documentary film. I had the fortune to study documentary film in Mexico. It's the film industry and film education is very centralized. I am not from central Mexico. I live in Chiapas, in southern Mexico. Mm-hmm. So I do believe I was very fortunate to be able to study film. After studying film, documentary had like this internal conflict, that had to do with narrating or documenting the story of someone else's life, mm-hmm. or context or situation. So when I thought about this film, NEGRA, I knew that I wanted to speak about racism, particularly the racism that Black women face in Mexico.
Yes.
And I felt like that was something I could speak. I had something to say about that because I am a Black woman in Mexico. So when I was looking for the characters of the film, actually they are all my friends or people close friends, no? So mm-hmm. So when I saw like the availability they had to expose themselves with such hard stories, I thought that it was fair that I did the same, no?
Okay.
So that's why I became a character in the film. It was not easy. I don't like to be in front of the camera. That's why I am a director. But I thought that, bueno, pues yeah, let's do this. And I asked a friend to direct me because it was difficult. So that's the story.
Sure. And tell me, how bad is racism in Mexico?
In Mexico?
Yeah.
Well, in Mexico, it's very curious because in Mexico, racism is very associated with this dominant narrative that's very from Hollywood. See that it's associated to Black people from Hollywood films. So since racism in Mexico doesn't look like the one we see in the films, it's people in Mexico doesn't recognize itself as a racist country, but only as a, bueno, I wouldn't know how to say this in English, clasista. I don't know how to say that. In Mexico,
like a class prejudice.
Exactly. So, and plus to that, Afro-Mexican population or Black population in Mexico is not very recognized yet. Now it is recognized constitutionally, but like in el imaginario colectivo, like in collective image, bueno, it's not, see? People think that there are no Black people in Mexico. So it's always associated like us Black people, we are foreigners, no? So it's so yes, there is racism in Mexico, and I would say it's not I don't know, it's very particular to Mexico's context, no?
Yes. And I saw in the film, well, you have the outside, the external racism, and then you also have persons Black people not wanting to be Black, saying I'm mulatto, I'm light-skinned mulatto. You know, tell me about that other level.
Sí, bueno, o sea, Mexico has Black history in Mexico is very important, but it's been so invisibilizada. How would you say that? Not visible. It's been erased, no, from official history, the official history. So people in certain regions in Mexico, even if they have like the Black phenotype, because we don't know about our Black history, so it's very difficult that someone recognizes himself or herself as a Black person. I think it's because of two main reasons. One, because we don't know our history, and we don't know that Black people, we have Black ancestors. And that's one reason. And I would also say that there's such negative stereotypes and ideas that are associated to Black identities, so that when people have to, no sé, like people don't like to, people usually think that if that is being Black, no, all these stereotypes, and see, so then I prefer not to be a Black person, no. So it's complex, no?
Yeah,
I think it's a process to in Mexico. Many people, we go through a process until we openly recognize ourselves as Afro-Mexicans, no?
Yeah.
And bueno,
yeah. And we saw the woman in your film finding different ways to celebrate their Blackness through art, through dance, through film. Tell me about that.
Sí, exactly. O sea, I wanted to speak about, to make a film about racism, but for me it was also important not to re-victimize ourselves. So like the last half of the film, I dedicated it to show how each one of us transcends all these stereotypes, no, and the race and the racism, and in order to accept ourselves as Black women, but not only accept ourselves, but also celebrate our identity, no? So and each one of the characters does it in a different way, no? Through dance, through film, through poetry. I forgot the other one. And painting, no? Painting, drawings.
Yes. The young girl. Yes, I remember. Yes. And as we're talking about her, I saw there's a similarity where there's the black and the identity tied to her hair, which is something you see in the US, we see in the Caribbean as well too. You want to talk about that? Palo, the hair and identity.
I see. Well, it was. I had the enough to have almost 1 year to do research for this film. Well, not 1 year, but half a year maybe. So I could also travel in southern Mexico. I live in southern Mexico. Most of Black communities in Mexico are in the south or in the most of them concentrate in southern Mexico, and that doesn't mean these are the only places where Black Mexican people live. But anyways, I had this. I was lucky to travel and meet people from that live and meet Black women from different places. And of course, the hair was a constant, no, in the interviews or in the dialogues or debates, no. So that's why I thought that was something that had to be in the film, no. And here in Mexico, at least in what I found, there is not too much. There's not too much Black hair culture. So many Black women with very curly hair have a lot of trouble getting their hair done. So that was also one thing I wanted to show, no. So that's why there's this scene where the youngest girl, she goes to this beauty parlor. I don't know how to say.
Salon?
See? Beauty parlor? No. Salon? A salon. And then there's this super white woman who doesn't know how to treat her hair. No, and she's saying all this nonsense, not to expose this woman, no,
sure.
But the belief that the ideas that are so common, that curly hair is not good hair, no. So that's what I wanted to expose, not the lady herself, no, but the ideas, because there are so common ideas in Mexico, no.
Yes. And
I would say that. I would say that that story maybe can be common in other countries or other regions, but I don't know. I suppose, no.
It is. I mean, we face similar things in Trinidad. I think we actually had a documentary just about that. Yeah. And there was one in the States as well too. So it's universal.
See, I think so. Yeah. But I didn't want to generalize.
Definitely. And I also saw there was attempts in the film to get in the mind of the on the other side where you have the chairs, and when you try to get in the mind of the boy who made the racist comment. Tell me about that.
See, that was something very fun. Bueno, fun. No, it was not fun. When I met Azucena, she's the girl who calls her ex-boyfriend to tell him why she told him that she didn't want to be her girlfriend, his girlfriend. When I spoke to Azucena before shooting the film, and she told me this story about this ex-boyfriend, and she tells me, you know what? Now, I don't know, 20 years later, now I would feel ready to tell him why I told him no. So I thought that was so brave of her. And I thought maybe I should do something like that. Like with the first memory of a racist experience, which was this one of this kid that called me negra in the street.
Yeah.
So I thought I want to do that too, no? But I couldn't reach him. So I couldn't reach him, but I don't know where he's now. So I thought a lot about how I could make this and
Well, Medhin, I think you're breaking up a little bit there. Yeah, I'm hearing you. Yes, Mayor, better. Yes.
Okay, we're back. Okay, so my friend, the therapist, she recommended me some therapy techniques. So this one is called la silla vacía. How would you say that? Like I wouldn't know how to see, like the empty chair. So it's this exercise where you talk to the other, like if the other person was there, and then you exchange. Well, so I thought that could be cinematographic. I thought that could be interesting. So I tried it, and I liked it. It was difficult because I had to speak to the camera. The exercise without a camera is difficult. So imagine with a camera in front of you. And I remember that when I did this exercise, I was looking to the camera, and I could only think that all of the people that so that was difficult. But bueno, I thought it worked. So it made cut of the film.
Okay. And I'm watching your background. I see you have the Black Lives Matter poster. I'm just wondering.
I see.
Yes. So tell me, what has been the response to the film? Like I don't know if it's shown in the US and outside. Tell me about that.
It's been this is my first feature film. Okay. So I don't have another reference. This is my first feature film. It's been very interesting. I don't know if I could make an analysis yet because it's still running on festivals. Okay. For me, it's been a surprise that in Mexico it hasn't made it to many festivals. And I think, but instead in the United States, it's been in a lot of festivals in the Caribbean, in Brazil, in Colombia, in Honduras. So, it's made me think that maybe this is a film that has had a better reception in places that are more sensitive to this theme.
issue.
I don't know, maybe, no, because in Mexico it's been most it's been for the Afro-Mexican people. It's had a good response. So people like it when they see it. They feel. This part, I feel represented. That for me, and for me, that's the most. That's why I made this film, because in Mexico we don't have any dignified references about our black identity. So this was very important for me, and well, that's more or less it.
Okay, and are you hoping to inspire other people to do film or other artistic projects about the issue in Mexico itself?
Sí, no, claro. I always, ¿cómo se dice en inglés? I've been, how do you say, asesorada? Bueno, I've had help. I've received help from other filmmakers that helped me make this film. So I always want to I don't know if help is the word, but not say like contribute to other projects in Mexico. We are, I think we are not more than 5 black filmmakers.
Okay.
So that's not enough. We should be more, and so I'm very, I'm compromised with the struggle to make films about identities in Mexico, but also that other voices can make these films, not only mine.
Of course. All right, Medhin, thank you so much for joining us, and congrats on the film. And we also thank everyone for joining us for this Q&A. Don't forget, you can still catch all these great films they're screening today, and you can check out ttfilmfestival.com website, where you can find all information on how to buy tickets and to check out upcoming films as well. Okay, Medhin, thanks again. And all
Thank you so much.
Okay,
congratulations to the festival.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Bye.
Bye.